Labour Party, NNPP, SDP, NRM, everyone, APC, everyone seems to be rejecting the results in Bayelsa State. What's going on?
Okay. Well, if they have won and the PDP lost, it's the same thing PDP would do. That's expected of the losers. But what is important here, I'm not for whether the winners or losers. They are all the same. Those who lost the election didn't do anything better or good. Those who won the election didn't do anything better or good. They are all the same. But what is important to point out here is that the trend our democratic process is taking is a very dangerous trend, with particular reference to elections. Our elections ordinarily are supposed to be competitive among political parties. But from what we are seeing in the last election, last Saturday, elections are becoming between political parties and the state apparatus, state agents like the police and INEC, which is a very dangerous path to take. What do I mean by that? Elections are now between a political party and the state agents, the police and INEC, and whosoever the police and INEC are favoring wins the election in every state. So the states where APC win, it doesn't mean that there was free, credible, free and fair election that they won. The states where PDP won, it doesn't mean that it was free, fair, credible election. Elections are now conducted. The will of the people in the electoral process have not been expressed, have not been achieved. It is INEC and police that is deciding, security agents generally, that is deciding our electoral outcome these days. So in that sense, if the state apparatus like the security agents and INEC are in favor of APC, APC will win that election. If they are in favor of PDP in any state, PDP will win in that election. That is the trend our democracy is taking. That is the trend our election process is taking, and that's not good for our democracy. If we want to enshrine democracy, if we want to develop our democracy, we must allow the will of the people, and that's the beauty of election, and that's the beauty of democracy, that the will of the people at the end of the day, it doesn't matter which party, it doesn't matter which the candidate, that at the end of the day, it is the will of the people that is expressed from the outcome of the election. And when it happens like that, election, the losers have a role to play in an election. The winning party has a role to play. When you lose an election as a political party, you become an opposition, an alternative government. Within that time frame, the winners will be in office. So you have a role to play. So you go and take the role of opposition leader in the system and work towards and always point out the failures of the government, the party in power, to the people, and project yourself as an alternative to that party. Okay, so that in the next election cycle you will be able to win. So election, there is no time one political party will win continuously. Okay, time will come, the other party will win. But as we were now, political parties have made election a do or die affair, and they are using the security agencies, the state apparatus like the security agencies and INEC, to achieve their electoral goals, and this is not good for our democracy. That is what is important to point out in this case where they are opposing. If they have won, PDP will do the same thing.
Now, quite interesting there. So if you look at the indices of the elections from Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa State, one factor was replicate, and that's vote buying, violence. Now, if you look at that side by side, a particular candidate, Joshua Makaiva, deputy to Simipre Silva, one of his aides was caught pants down in the act with arms and all of that, and the video everywhere. And then he made some confessions, how they use the arms for, and all of that. So a particular group in the previous show we had was calling for the prosecution if investigations carried out and he's found wanted. Why they are all raising issues about vote buying, and you are also talking about the role the security agencies play. The INEC is supposed to be an independent body. The security agency is supposed to be but both of them are supposed to be working for the Nigerian people. Why does it feel like when it comes to election, they only dance to the two of the government in power?
Yes, I'll look at that. It has to do with first the economy, and two the innate desire for corruption among our citizens, especially government officials. These are the two factors that are driving this cause: the economy, their state, their conditions of living, these officials, and then there is this natural tendency to be corrupt, to do things corruptly in our system. So corruption has become systemic. But let me quickly address that issue of the young man who was caught an aide to the deputy governor. First, I want to say, I'm pleading with Nigerians. Our humanity is reducing by the day. You saw that video, how they naked that man, stripped naked.
Scary.
It doesn't matter the crime that has been committed. See, there are some videos you show, you are also hurting those who are watching it.
Yeah.
You create a kind of, let's keep our humanity irrespective of what has been done wrong. Okay? If you go to America, somebody who committed a crime like a murderer, he is treated like a human. Even up to the point where they want to execute him. He's not been naked. So why will you naked a whole human being and show the picture to the world? It doesn't make sense, that is to say. Secondly, still on that case, Nigeria as it is, the world as it is now, no information is true until investigated. Who knows the interest of that young man? Who knows if he has been bribed by another political party to take that action just to spoil his boss or whatever? So it has to be thoroughly investigated. The truth should be out, and if it is true that those confessions are true, it should be prosecuted. But of course, this is Nigeria. No prosecution will take place. Election is over, everybody goes back. Then coming back to why the security agencies and INEC, who are supposed to work for the state, are doing this. I have told you, one, the economic conditions of these people working as security officers. What is the economic condition of the police officers? Okay, now, okay, I'm leaving out one thing. Now, we are quick to blame INEC. Now, INEC is a body headed by a commissioner, Mahmoud Yakubu, headed by state commissioners. Now, these are individuals. They are not the individuals who go to the pools across the country, across the state to conduct the election. They hire ad hoc workers. About 60 to 50% of this, 50 to 70% of these ad hoc workers are youth corpers, young Nigerians who are supposed to be patriotic, who are supposed to be concerned with the condition of the state of things in this country. Now, what is the condition of living of these people before they are hired? Because as Karl Marx will say, the economic condition determines the person's decisions and actions. So you are hiring people, you are paying stipends of 35,000 naira a month, and then when they go to this election day, they go to the pool. Somebody bring 100,000 naira. Somebody bring. I learned that there was a video where a youth corper was having a million naira in his pocket, cash, that very day. Now, what do you expect these people to do? From the ad hoc workers, even the professors that you are paying 400,000 naira a month, while a councillor is earning close to 1 million naira a month, and then that election day, professor account is allotted with 10 million naira. What do you expect him to do? So he will sell his conscience, he will sell the nation just to make sure he gets his own national cake, because now everybody look for a means to get his own national cake. So these are the conditions, these are the factors necessitating those the state apparatus taking side with political parties or candidates against the state.